Hey everybody, this is Cool Kid here, and I'll be doing the Attack on Titan chapter review, as you can see with the wall scroll here. But before we get into the chapter review, I'd just like to say some things before we continue on. So, originally I was going to record a Burn the Witch chapter review, specifically chapter 2, but something unexpected happened, and Attack on Titan chapter came out, but this wouldn't usually be unexpected. This is unexpected because in the last chapter it said something like the story will continue in October issue or something like that. So I don't know if this happened with the official translation, but from what I read, that's what it said. So I have no clue if it's a mistranslation, or they were going to just skip September, but they decided, let's just do September. So I have no clue what was up with that, but still, I'm always excited for, doing a Attack on Titan chapter review to do. And I definitely do like doing Attack on Titan. This chapter did came out unexpectedly, so I don't even know if I'll be able to put the other guy in the chapter review, but still, it's always good to get an Attack on Titan chapter, and I guess I could talk about this. So, usually, I do these chapter reviews before Roger comes out with his, live reaction, but, it's always cool, and plus, I definitely do like Roger's live reactions to, Attack on Titan, and this one, I do really recommend watching it. So yeah, definitely check that out. I don't know if I'll put it in the link or in a card or whatever, but if I do it, I do it. But am I missing anything? Oh yeah, I should probably mention about Burn the Witch. So with Burn the Witch, I had a plan doing this week. So now Attack on Titan's taking a spot, and probably by the time this comes out, the One Piece chapter is like almost near of coming out. So what I'm going to do, at least with the how is it going to go after this chapter, I'm probably going to do the One Piece chapter, and then after that I'm probably going to tackle Burn the Witch. That's probably how I'm going to do it. So yeah, and I'll delay the Pokemon thing until next week. Don't worry about that. But yeah, this is long enough of just about talking about me. But, let's get on with the chapter review. So, the chapter starts with chapter 132. Kind of weird, saying chapters that are not chapter 900. Let's not focus on One Piece. Let's focus on Attack on Titan. So, the chapter starts with the ship about to reach, Odiha? Look, I'm sorry if I pronounced this stuff wrong. I wish I was better at pronunciation. Just sorry for that. But yeah, they reach Odiha. Someone on the ship, it looks like Odiha has been abandoned. It looks like everyone has fled south because of the rumbling. And, personally, that probably would kind of make sense where, once the rumbling hit Marley, there would probably be news about almost everywhere. And everyone's like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to go as down south as possible. So, there's at least that much to know. So, they're about to reach there. Let's see, Han's like, well, I guess we'll get started on, working on the plane as soon as we get there. And we got, what's her name again? Kiyumi. Yeah, Kiyumi tells them, like, just please help us save Izuru. God, I really suck at these pronunciations, but her home country, okay, or town or whatever. But Yeah, so then we see next scene of the ship docked on the port, and the plane is being pulled into the hangar by the port, which is being pulled in by all the guys, and I do mean only the guys, because yeah, doesn't look like the women are doing any of the hard work, even Mikasa, which is really strange, but okay. But yeah, they pull it into the hangar, and some of the survey corps noticed that the explosives on it were kind of in the way. Reiner's like, just throw it away. But Armin's like, no, wait, we might be able to use these explosives against Eren. And Reiner's like, against Eren? Are you sure about that? Armin's like, I'm not so sure. So I do kind of find that interesting that, at least with Armin, he's like, well, I don't know if I'm still going to be able to fight against Eren. Or that's what at least it sounds like from my mind. He's still kind of conflicted. Can I really convert Eren back? Would I might be able to have to kill him? So I do think that's a important detail to keep to mind. But then the next scene's transition with Falco, Gabby, and Peck. Yeah, Peck. They're together in, I guess, some other room on the ship, and basically I think Peck pretty much tells Falco about how the rumbling has already pretty much destroyed most of Marley, and Captain Margith has died, and Falco is just like freaking the hell out. He's like, Captain Margith, Libro, even my family too. That they're all dead. Is everybody dead? And Peck is like, well, the Colossals at this point had probably destroyed most of the Marley continent, and Falco is just like, what should I do? And he looks at Gabby. Then he asks the same question to Peck. He's like, what should I do? It's only us. What should we do? And Peck does say, I'm sorry, but I don't know. Which I'll put a pin to that later, because I will be mentioning that. So, but we do got Gabby just looking somber at this point. But I mean, you know what? I'll just leave just a pin, and we'll go back to that, later in the chapter, because you'll understand what I mean. So then we go with Annie and Mikasa. Mikasa's telling Annie, well, just check your equipment. Have you gotten used to it? And Annie's like, well, me and Reiner, we used it earlier, so I'm perfectly, capable of using it. And then we go into this conversation with both of them, which basically tells that Annie's not really going with them to fight Eren. She's actually planning to flee, just straight up flee from this fight, and I'll talk to it. So it starts with Mikasa being like, well, do what you can, and Annie's like, well, did I say I was going? And Mikasa's like, so you're not getting on the boat, the flying boat, to fight? And Annie's like, look, I just don't have it in me to, manage to save humanity, and I don't even know how you guys would even be able to, okay, this line's really weird. I think this is definitely a mistranslation. the Eldians of Marley have been oppressed by Aaron. And I think that's a mistranslation. I think she's supposed to be saying something like, right now, the Eldians of Marley are being destroyed by Aaron. But whatever, mistranslations, that's where you get, let's see, from the dead was born. Okay, that's really out of place. I really should probably read the official. And she says, well, even when we stop the rumbling right now, pretty much almost all of Marley is destroyed. There really wouldn't be anything to protect the Odiha from, let's see, I feel sorry for the minute, points a shot to, the Survey Corps, a couple of the other people, working on the plane. She's like, well, they put their weights and hope on trying to save mine and their hometowns. But right now, I just cannot fight. I just want to be in peace. And while she's saying that last line, she looks at Armin, and then it's her, she's blushing, and which, okay. Annie and Armin? Yeah, sure, I'm up for it. Well, that's if, Armin doesn't die. But, I think it works, and, I'm not a big shipper, but, they are a great match. Even though I totally ship Naruto and Hinata back when Naruto was going. You know what? Forget about that. And I think Annie and Armin works. And then we got Mikasa with like a what kind of face? And she's like since when? And Annie's like since what? And Mikasa says, never mind about it, and she continues with, you don't have to do anything right now, but since Armin is taking the flying boat with us, I'm going to see Aaron, and Annie gives the response of, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to be able to kill him? And Mikasa just responds back with, I won't kill him. I'll get the old Aaron back without killing him. And I do kind of find this interesting where we got both of, the friends of Aaron with Armin being kind of just unsure, like, well, I don't know. We might just have to kill Aaron. Maybe there's like no chance of him, going back to good and stopping this. But then you got Mikasa, who's like, no. I won't have to kill Aaron. I'll bring him back to us. He'll be just like the old Aaron. So I do definitely think it's very interesting that, one's very just unsure about how it'll take down. But one is, so sure about not killing him. So I wonder if, not like a clash, but like an argument against this will happen later where Armin's like, look, the only thing I can think of is to stop Aaron is to kill him, and Mikasa's like, no, there's some other way. So I don't know if they'll go anywhere like that, but I do definitely think it's interesting that one's very just kind of unsure and one's, very sure. So that's definitely interesting. Oh yeah, this conversation ends with Annie being like, well, where's your scarf? And Mikasa says, I have it, but I'm not wearing it right now. So I don't know if that's going to be like really important somehow. Just keep in the back of your mind in these upcoming chapters if that'll somehow play some of an importance. But then we go, let's see, somewhere else on the ship. We go with Armin and Levi. They're talking to each other, and Armin's like, basically this goes like Armin's like, Levi, dude, you got to just sleep a little bit longer. Just rest your body. And Levi's like, no, I'm not sleeping any longer, okay? If I slept any longer, you would just forget about me. Right now, I have to focus on finding Aaron's whereabouts, okay? I need to do that. And Peck shows up just to say, I also have nothing to do now. Okay, keep that in mind. I talk about it later. So we get this, I guess, kind of Aaron flashback, but it's told through Yolen's perspective, and basically how this is going is like, they're talking about possible location. It starts with, first, with the rumbling, you obviously have to destroy the major port, and the other place that we need to attack is the aerospace lab in southern Marleyan Mountains. And that I guess little flashback from Yelin, I think that's her name. And we get Yelin flashback, and she starts with, this is probably Aaron's second target. And I probably should mention a couple of Survey Corps, and Pack is also there, and she said Cyrus? I really don't know if I'm saying it right. Cyrus? Please, someone tell me in the comments, hopefully. But she mentioned that place might have any possible existence of weapons that might be taking it down. And Dylan also mentions the Godfrey Air Base. So what we got here is two locations that Aaron is basically heading towards. Towards a lab that might possibly have weapons to take down the founding Titan, and taking down, basically the essentially all the planes against, the Air Force and stuff like that. So I definitely do. I find that interesting that Aaron. I mean, even with the rumbling, I guess he was at least smart enough to be like, okay, with the rumbling, take down their battleships, and then I'll take down a lab that might have weapons that might be able to hurt the founding Titan, and then I'll go to taking down the planes. Okay, at least he has kind of a plan on this, but to be fair, and then Yolene goes on about like Zeke may have lost, but he was not wrong. The only solution to stopping this whole thing was the euthanasia option, and we got Hanji saying Aaron did not show any good solution of hope or future, just my helplessness. Then the next scene we got is Peck and what's her name? Kiyumi. I gotta remember her name. Yeah. Kiyumi and Peck. They're talking. Peck basically tells her, "Look, I'm leaving the kids with you." And Kiyumi is like, "Well, on the ship, it's not very safer." And Peck is like, "Well, it is much safer than the plane." Well then, will the kids be fine? And Peck is like, lock them in their room. Make sure they do not come out in any circumstance before the plane is taken off. And then she goes on, I just want to give meaning to my comrade's sacrifice. That's my duty as a warrior. So I really think it's interesting. Remember that tidbit point that I put earlier with the pin? How she was like, telling Falco, I don't know what you should do. I don't know. So I really think it's interesting that really what's kind of, moving her forward is just, her duty as a warrior to follow her commander's last words. Essentially, with Gabby and Falco, she really doesn't know what they should do. What should they do? Moving forward, she doesn't know. The only thing that she think of is, well, it's better to be alive than dead. So just put them on the ship. And with the ship, I think what its plan is, they're probably planning heading straight back to paradise. So in case this plan fails, functionally, actually, if it, let's just say this plan, to stop Aaron completely fails, that would functionally mean the last people from Marley would essentially be Gabby and Falco. Yeah. It would essentially be them two, unless if, I don't know, someone else survived, but yeah, it would just be essentially them two as the last survivors of Marley. So that is definitely interesting. But with Gabby and Falco, what they'll do next, well, I'll leave that towards the end of the chapter for that kind of discussion. But let's move on. What happens next? So next, it's daybreak, and they're like, okay, everyone, get everything ready. We'll be leaving in an hour, and we focus on the Survey Corps. And I guess the only real thing of importance that happens in this small little scene is we see Levi, and he's carrying his I don't know, the blade thing handle for whatever they call their time cutters, sword things, and we see him like shaking, and he's like, don't worry, 2 fingers are good enough. I don't think he's shaking because he's afraid, and it's just very out of character for something that Levi would do, but it's more or less that his body really can't handle this after getting pretty much majorly, he got pretty much majorly damaged by taking like what, an explosive to the face. He really is just having a hard time doing the things they can do. And I would even argue whenever the final battle against Aaron actually happens, Levi will probably won't be even at full strength. He probably just won't be as useful as he usually is. I mean, I still think Levi can still do stuff, just not like on the same level as if he was completely uninjured. And actually, in this battle, in battle capacity, I probably would argue Mikasa, at least in this battle, it will just be way better than Levi. But I mean, to be fair, we do got the question of Zeke, and he might just show up for Levi to pretty much get his attention away. Because right now, even though, like, I'm sure Levi's like, okay, I'm going to take down Aaron, but the second I see Zeke, I'm just going to kill him. So, at least that's his thought process. So then we go with the Warriors, Pac, Reiner, and Annie, and basically begins with, well, I'm the only one who will be fleeing, and Pac is like, well, you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to carry our burden. Plus, you're never really loyal to begin with. And we get from Reiner, who's like, I wanted to apologize to you and Bolter. God, oh God, why can't I say his name right? But let me continue. On this day, this all happens just because I forced myself to continue the mission. If I could do it again, you and Bolt share. Oh, I can't. I say his name right. God damn it. Could have continued with your families, and I know I don't have any right to apologize to you. And I got Annie, who says, "Well, I've lost the count of times that I wanted to kill you." Yeah, that's kind of funny. And she says, Reiner, the last things he says to her is, I'm leaving Gabby and Falco to you. And then Reiner and Peck go with the Survey Corps, while Annie leaves to, go on the ship to escape for another day. And while, this happens, both Annie and Armin, look at each other, and, she goes away, and everyone else from the Survey Corps kind of notices this, and Armin's like, Annie is fine. Everything is fine. Everything's okay. And then we get into a little a kind of cool conversation with Hanj and Peck, and Hanj is like, well, are you sure you want to go with us? You could leave if you want. And Peck's response is, well, I still have to follow my commander's, last motive of commander's last words of working together. And then Hanj is like, Peck, next time, can I ride your cart Titan around and I can feel your the temperature of? And then Peck is like, no, just no. Oh wait, what? Oh yeah, that just feels weird. Just no, just very creepy. No, they're kind of fine. That funny. And then Levi comes in and he's like, well, you're still Titan romantic no matter what you do. And then Hanj is like, hey Levi, is everyone else watching? Or is everyone else who died so far watching us? Can we face our dead comrades with pride? And Levi's just like, don't you talk like that. And then we go with, I guess, the engineers working on the ship, and they're like, yeah, everything's about them. We just have to pour in the fuel. Then out of nowhere comes, Flock. He's still alive? And, I'll say this after Flock does his things and pretty much dies. So Flock comes in. He basically shoots the plane. Then Mikasa just straight up goes for him and, attacks him, and he's boom. Pretty much just boom, dead. And, and wow, that was quick. But, through his, I guess, shooting, he does put a couple of holes into the fuel tanks. So, I'll start here with the little Flock discussion. So, with Flock here, okay, at least from what I'm seeing here, because when I first read this chapter, I thought, why the hell didn't Flock do anything earlier? And my thought process of this was, okay, Flock, at this point he was almost on death's door. And because by the time they reached the ports of, what was the place called again? Let me just go up real quick. Odiha. Yeah, let me get back to the page. Yep, yeah. They, God damn it. You like staying on here? Good. But, They reach Odiha. It's nightfall by then, and it's sunrise. So let's just say this whole exchange from from going from the edge of paradise to all the way from Odiha and getting ready to leave, that took about a full day in total. So he didn't really do anything for a full day, and I think he would have known, like, okay, the second that I would have done anything, I would have been taken out instant. I'm basically almost already dead. So I think he decided, look, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it at a point where, it'll actually matter. And since he's literally doing it just right before he had to fly up, and they're like, oh my god, what are we going to do? There's holes in the gas tank, and we got I guess one of the engineers is like, well, we just have to seal them up with the steel. We just have to seal this up with steel, and it'll be fine. It'll only take about an hour, but then we get these. And then we find out the rumbling. It's indeed here, and some of the survey corps goes outside, and we see just a bunch of Titans just going down the mountain, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta hurry up, gotta get things in high gear, we gotta hurry, and we got some Flock's final words of the island will be massacred. Our devil is our only hope, and he ends there. And I do at least kind of like this because for a while now, I would have to say I was kind of strange about like the big change with a Flock after the time skip. And I've wondered, why did he decide, yeah, this is fine with Aaron, and also, why would Aaron trust him so much? And this, I don't know what this gives, why Aaron trusts him so much. It gives him, look, I know, this is wrong by him saying our devil. What we're doing is technically wrong, but destroying everyone else, it's our only option for everyone on the island to be safe. And Flock, I have to congratulate you for finally well, I mean, to be honest, when I first saw you, I didn't really think much of you at the time. I was like, oh yeah, you're just a guy who miraculously survived. But I do have to commend you for actually making a bigger impact on the story, and actually kind of remembering your name. But yeah, he dies. Goodbye, Flock. And they're like, what the heck do we do? And then, okay, we get this next panel that I don't know if I find funny. I kind of find it a little weird, where we got the closer up look at the Titans, and most of them are just skidding down with their feet, but then I don't know, there's like this one Titan that's literally just sliding down the mountain. Like, I don't know, is that Titan, like, to me, it almost seems like he's like Leroy Jenkinsing it, where everyone's like, okay, we'll just do this in a nice order fashion. Okay, then one of them's like, screw this, I'll be down there first. Leroy Jenkins. God, that's been a while since I've talked about those old internet memes. We go inside the ship where Gabby and Falco are like, come on, open the door, the Titans are coming, come on, open up. And we got Andy holding the door back, and everyone scrambling to try to fix it, and escape in time. Armin's only, I guess, solution he comes up with, well, we just have to buy some more time. And Mikasa comes up and be like, I'll be the one to buy us some more time. And she's like, well, I brought everyone here. I've killed countless comrades to be here, and I'll be the one to take that burden. And Hanj tells Armin, look, I'm promoting you to commander of the Survey Corps. And the only requirement of a commander of the Scouts is to never give up. I'll leave it to you. And she jokingly, when she leaves, she's jokingly like, well, that leaves Levi in second command, so take care of him for me. And then as she's leaving, Levi just stops Hanj for a moment. And Hanj is like, you know what, Levi, my time has come. I just want to go out with the bang, so please let me go. And Levi's final words to Hanj are, dedicate to your hearts. Dedicate your heart. So yeah, the final words for her. And she even mentions, hey, I think that's the first time I've seen you leave. And then we get Hanj. Basically, she does, go down and take a couple of times with Thunder Spears. I think she takes down, she pretty much takes down, like, 4 of them, maybe 5, but yeah, she takes down, like, 1. She goes up, boom, Thunder Spear, and 1 falls down, and while this is happening, we get shots of, the engineers are, quickly working on to, patching up the holes. Let's see. And then it goes to shots of her taking down a Titan. And then one of the engineers is like, the hole is patched up. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Fill it up with fuel. And then, you got a shot of Han trying to take down one of the Titans. And they're like, okay, everything's added up. Come on, guys. Hurry up. Get in. We're leaving, like, ASAP now. And, even right now, we see Hanj, who, while fighting the Titans, like, remember with Armin, where he was almost literally burning up because of it? Like, we see, like, Hanj, we see Hanj with the Survey Scout cape starts to burn up, and the plane starts to leave out of there just in the nick of time. And as it leaves, they say their final goodbyes to Hanj. Everyone's like, Hanj, no! And we get I guess, Levi saying, well, see ya, Hanj. Bye, Hanj. And as both the ship and the plane both leave off. And then, I'll get to the last scene where we start with just a giant footprint, and then we see Hanj just basically, uninjured. So we're in, the afterlife scene, and she's like, the plane, and someone else is like, well, it took off. And then we find out, pretty quickly that person is Erwin, and he's like, Hanj, you have done your duty. And we see also just a bunch of, various other characters that have, died so far. And like, wait a minute. Yeah, we do see Sasha in the background, but, we see all, the dead comrades, and basically... And the last panel is just her, finally getting a chance to, I guess, essentially reunite with all her dead comrades. And, personally, right now, I'm not a very teary person, but I did feel, I definitely did feel something when reading this chapter. I was like, okay, this is kind of sad. And, no, I mean, this is really a strong moment to end up in the chapter. And, I probably should say, I mean, this is a One Piece, so I don't have to be like, is there a break next week? Is it not? But yeah, we're probably still going to get a chapter next month. And where was I? But yeah, I really think this is a great chapter to end off. Like, if you have read slash watched through, almost all of Attack on Titan, I really cannot say. If you say, yeah, I didn't really feel anything while reading this moment, I don't know why, because I really did feel something while reading this, just like, God, this is just sad. And I really think this chapter genuinely kind of just proves that probably right now, or at least out of the manga I'm reading, dude, I like One Piece, but fuck, Attack on Titan might be literally a classic in the making. I'm not shitting you. Some of you might not really know it, but it is really, truly a classic in the making. So, Isayama. It's really great. I really can't wait to see this. And so, let's talk about what might happen in the next chapter. So, I don't get close to start to crying. I totally would never cry. So, what will happen next chapter at least from what I'm getting. So, with the, okay, I'll tackle Gabby and Falco first. With them two, or at least with just Gabby, because I'm going to be honest, there's no freaking way that, they're like, oh yeah, they're going to be on the ship, and we're not going to see them at all with the final battle against Eren. No, they're still going to somehow, I guess, at least Gabby's somehow going to, get in the final battle. Actually, even, just kidding about Falco, I'm actually even unsure about him, because really, in this chapter, I'm not sure if he's like, okay, I'll go because I have to, or I'll go because it's the right thing to do. I don't know, with Falco. And I'm not sure how Gabby is going to get there if, they somehow convince, Annie, to take them there, or turn the boat, or something. I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but I definitely do know they're going to get in the final battle, at least with the plan. Well, they're exactly going to, there's only real two options at this point. They're either going to just pretty much directly head towards the, goddamn giant dinosaur titan that Eren is. There's definitely that. There's only really two options that I see them going towards. They're going to go toward Eren with the goddamn giant dinosaur titan thing. Yes, I'm still bringing that joke back, but either that, or they're going to go towards that lab where they might find some secret weapon, because that's really all we can go with at this point. I really don't see them, because at this point there's no way they're making another random detour spot that we haven't known, because that's only other places I think that make sense for them to go, because the battle has to, because I feel like with Attack on Titan, I would argue that we're probably 5% left, or even less. But I don't know. Attack on Titan ending soon, so we should be there. And I do have to commend Isayama for like at least with this chapter. There's like a lot of stuff that happens without because I do have to admit, last chapter, while I did like it, it basically really nothing happened other than, hey guys, you want to figure out Aaron's point of view? Here's that. So, at least this chapter, it kind of it does this thing where it has a lot of stuff happening, but it doesn't feel like they're just trying to rush it in. So I definitely do like that, because let's see what basically happened in this chapter. They got to the fort, they started working on the ship, everyone had character moments of what are they going to do after the plane is fixed. Then we get a little know-hows on what exactly Aaron is planning to do. Am I missing anything else? And then both Flock and Hanj dies, which I'm probably going to have to do a funeral for next chapter review. But I definitely did like this chapter. I don't know. I feel like I want to talk more about, what will happen next? What will discuss things because of this, and I could discuss who might be dying because, I don't know who will live or who will die. Even if Aaron will live or die, actually, it'd be crazy. I did have a thought process about this, wait a minute. What would be crazy, since, how Reiner is, that character that, we all think, we see a moment where, Reiner's definitely going to die, but he doesn't. And I definitely do think that's interesting. So I definitely do think that's interesting, and I actually think through some kind of cruel faith of irony that everyone, out of the major cast, everyone's going to die. Gabby, Falco, Armin, Mikasa, pretty much all of them are going to die. Well, this Dora is probably still alive because, actually, shit. Yeah, we haven't seen her much since the time skip happened, because I think it pretty much was, showing her where she was, and then we saw the flashback of who the baby daddy was. So, that really was, that is true, yeah. But, however, being group we see now, Reiner just might be, the last one living, because it's a cruel fate of irony. And, I think I'll end the chapter review there. I don't know if anyone else thinks I want to do more, Attack on Titan videos, because usually I just do them once a month to do these chapter reviews, and, it's not like One Piece where, every week I can make a theory video on X thing or discuss this or that. I don't know. I feel like I can with Attack on Titan, but I don't know. I'm just so much more engaged and interested on, what happened next, where I can't really make a discussion video. It just would feel wrong. Hell, I might do that. I don't know. Just, if you think I should do it, comment down below. But, I guess there's no time better. I'll just say this. Did you guys hear about, Adventure Bros, being canceled? Yeah. Adventure Bros, if you guys didn't know, Adult Swim canceled Venture Brothers, which is really, oh god, dude, I freaking love Adventure Bros, which, if you haven't seen Venture Bros, watch it. it's 7 seasons long, which apparently I heard they were writing like the 8th season while the 7th season was canceled. So I mean, I probably now have to go on a rewatch for Adventure Brothers, and while I would have loved more Adventure Bros, even if it's the I mean, I've noticed this a lot about Adult Swim series other than maybe Rick and Morty. Even Rick and Morty has that too, where it's a really, really long time for like these shows to, come back. It's like at least like a 3 or 4 year-long wait. So there's that. Yeah. I'll end this video here. So yeah, comment. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. See you next time. Also, if you like this, maybe you should watch my other videos, like One Piece, which I like One Piece. You know how much I really suck at editing these videos? This is right here. So, next time I see you, the final battle between Aaron and the Survey Corps and whoever hell is last left will be starting soon. Well, actually, will Attack on Titan be ending this year? Maybe. See you guys later.